Welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to explore the fascinating history of New York, one of the most iconic cities in the world. From its Native American roots to its rise as a global center of culture, finance, and innovation, New York's story is rich, complex, and inspiring. Let's begin. Long before European settlers arrived, the region we now call New York was home to Native American tribes, including the Lenape, Mohican, and Iroquois. They lived off the land, relying on fishing, hunting, and farming. The area's rivers and coastline made it a hub for trade between different tribes. In 1524, the first European explorer to see the New York harbor was Giovanni da Verrazzano, an Italian sailing for France. But it wasn't until 1609 that Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch, explored the Hudson River. This marked the beginning of Dutch interest in the region. By 1624, Dutch settlers had established the colony of New Netherland, and 2 years later they founded the city of New Amsterdam on the southern tip of Manhattan Island. It quickly became a busy port and trading hub, especially for fur. The Dutch influence can still be seen in place names like Brooklyn, Harlem, and the Bronx. In 1664, the English seized control of New Amsterdam without much resistance. They renamed it New York in honor of the Duke of York. Under British rule, the city continued to grow as a key trading post, but New York was also a place of tension leading up to the American Revolution. In the 1762nd and 1772nd, protests against British taxes and policies spread throughout the colonies, and New York played a central role. After independence was declared in 1776, George Washington and his troops tried to defend the city, but the British captured New York and held it until the end of the Revolutionary War. In 1789, after the war, New York briefly became the first capital of the United States. George Washington was inaugurated as the nation's first president right in New York City. Though the capital later moved to Philadelphia and then Washington, D.C., New York remained a growing powerhouse. The 19th century brought incredible change. In 1825, the opening of the Erie Canal connected New York Harbor to the Great Lakes, transforming the city into the nation's most important port. Waves of immigrants arrived, especially from Ireland, Germany, and later Italy and Eastern Europe. Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty became symbols of hope for millions seeking a better life in America. By the late 1800s, New York was booming with industry, finance, and culture. Skyscrapers began to rise, starting with the Flatiron Building and later the Empire State Building. Wall Street emerged as the financial capital of the world, while Broadway theaters and Central Park gave the city its cultural heartbeat. The early 20th century continued this momentum. The city grew rapidly in population, becoming the largest city in the United States. It was also the site of major events, such as the construction of the subway system and the building of famous landmarks like the Chrysler Building and Rockefeller Center. During the Great Depression of the 1932nd, New York faced economic hardship but also became a symbol of resilience. Massive projects like the Empire State Building were completed, and the city remained a place where dreams could come true. After World War II, New York became a global center. The United Nations established its headquarters there in 1945. The city also became a cultural capital, influencing art, fashion, music, and literature. From jazz in Harlem to abstract expressionism in downtown Manhattan, New York set trends for the world. But the city also faced challenges, including crime, economic decline in the 1970s, and the devastating terrorist attacks of the 11th of September 2001. The attacks destroyed the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center and left a lasting mark on the city and the nation. Yet New York rebuilt, creating the 9/11 Memorial and One World Trade Center as symbols of strength and resilience. In the 21st century, New York continues to thrive as a global city. It is home to over 8 million people, representing virtually every culture and nationality on Earth. From Wall Street to Broadway, from Times Square to Central Park, New York stands as a symbol of opportunity, diversity, and determination. Today, the city faces new challenges, including housing inequality and climate change, but it continues to reinvent itself. New York remains not just an American city, but a world city, a place where history and the future meet every single day. The history of New York is the story of people seeking opportunity, overcoming challenges, and shaping the future. From Native American villages to Dutch settlers, from waves of immigrants to modern innovators, New York has always been a place of energy, ambition, and dreams. New York is also a city of neighborhoods. Each borough, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island, has its own unique identity and story. Manhattan is the economic and cultural core, home to Wall Street, Broadway, and Central Park. Brooklyn has long been a hub for creativity, music, and diverse communities. Queens is the most ethnically diverse urban area in the world, representing cultures from nearly every nation. The Bronx gave birth to hip hop and is home to Yankee Stadium, while Staten Island offers a quieter suburban feel with natural beauty and parks. Together, these boroughs make New York a true mosaic of cultures. The city is also a leader in innovation and resilience. After facing crises like 9/11, Hurricane Sandy, and the COVID-19 pandemic, New Yorkers have shown extraordinary strength. Each time, the city has rebuilt, adapted, and continued to thrive, proving why it is often called the city that never sleeps. Beyond its challenges, New York continues to inspire the world. Its skyline is instantly recognizable, its cultural exports are global, and its spirit of ambition and diversity remains unmatched. People from every corner of the globe still dream of coming to New York to live, to work, and to chase opportunities. The history of New York is still being written every day. It is a city of dreamers, builders, and survivors. And as it has for centuries, New York will continue to stand as a symbol of hope, resilience, and possibility for generations to come.